Candice, how are you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. I say tonight. Most people are probably listening to this at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning, but what are you going to do? We're going to do something a little different today. We're still deeply embroiled in show mode.
Yes.
So again...
In rehearsal mode, actually, which is worse than show mode because it's every day.
Right. Every day, full-time gigs in the day, then rehearsals at night. It's a lot, folks. It's a lot.
Then other things.
Right. So this is another kind of laid back episode. Please just bear with us just a couple more weeks of this, and then we should be back into some more well thought out long form content for you. But today we are going to play a rapid fire game of Would You Rather centered around the Disney parks.
Okay.
You know what that means, right?
Yes.
Okay. So friends, Hangar Bar crew, we want you to play along with us. Pick one or two of these would you rather questions, come out to our social medias, and let us know which one you would rather do. So everybody grab your drink, sit back, relax, and join us here at the Hangar Bar.
Hey, welcome to Hanging at the Hangar Bar. I'm Scott.
And I'm Candice. We're here to chat all things Disney as child-free Disney adults. Stories, snacks, and a little magic along the way.
Grab a drink and get comfy and come hang out with us.
Okay, so Candice.
Yes.
Today we're going to go through a couple of different things. I have 4 or 5 different segment-ishes that I want to... I know that's not a real word.
I like it.
Segment-ishes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with attractions and experiences.
Okay.
So rapid fire, you may have to explain yourself. I may have to explain myself.
Okay.
Rules clear?
Yes.
Okay. So would you rather be stuck on It's a Small World for an hour or do Mission Space Orange 3 times in a row?
Small World for an hour. No question.
Why is that? That was a quick answer.
Well, okay, so to be fair and to be clear for our audience, I have never, ever, ever been on Mission Space Green or Orange. Nor will I ever be on Mission Space Green or Orange. I get claustrophobic. I probably would get motion sick, although that's not a real concern for me often, but no. And I would much rather have the earworm of Small World in my head for a month because I was stuck on it for an hour and watched the drunk hippo than go on that ever.
Right. Okay. I would probably choose the opposite.
I understand.
The animatronic dolls just weird me the F out.
Yes.
So I'm going to, and I don't get, I thought I would get motion sick. I might after doing it 3 times in a row, but I thought I was going to get motion sick on Orange and I didn't. The girls did, but I did not.
Right.
So,
And by the girls, he means Lacey and Lariah, our former hosts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So would you rather ride Figment every visit or never ride Soarin again?
I'm going to have to go with Figment every visit.
I would too. I wouldn't want to give up Soarin.
Right.
And I like Figment well enough. That question is kind of presupposing that like we're pissed that Figment is kind of a mid-tier attraction.
Right.
It
is
cute.
what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And I want to, didn't we learn something about that where if you close your eyes, the skunk smell is actually coffee?
Yes.
So we're going to have to look for that next time we're there.
Yep.
Oh, I think I know what your answer is going to be for this one. Would you rather, if you were only allowed in one park forever, would you rather choose Magic Kingdom or Epcot?
Oh, that is painful.
Right? Because it's not really a trip to Disney World without going into Magic Kingdom.
Well, it is, and we've done it before. It was painful. But at the same time, never being able to visit Epcot ever, ever, ever again.
Think about where your favorite attractions are.
Magic Kingdom.
Really? Yeah, Haunted Mansion, Pirates,
And the castle.
the castle. Okay.
Yep.
I kind of don't want to answer this one, but I think I would choose Epcot.
That doesn't surprise me.
I love the attractions in Magic Kingdom.
And World Showcase.
The World Showcase just...
That is an unfair question. I hate that question.
You don't like these episodes for that very
I
reason.
generally do not.
Yes. You don't like these because you have to make difficult decisions.
Yes.
Here's a cost-saving ones before we move into our second segment. Would you rather have Genie Plus be free but glitchy, or would you rather have Genie Plus be perfect but cost $100 a day?
I would rather have it be free but glitchy.
I agree. I'm not really... I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that I'm probably not going to use Genie Plus.
Right. Like, if we want to buy our way onto a ride like Rise of the Resistance, we'll do that.
Right.
But the rest of it, no.
Yeah, we're just there to be in the ambiance and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so listeners, it's not a would you rather question, but come out to our social media and tell us one ride that you would sacrifice never going on again. Come out and tell us what's one ride you could give up forever. Don't make it easy. Make like something you've never been on before. Like I know Candice would say Mission Space Orange, even though she's never been on it before. Okay, so second segment. Let's talk food and drink.
Okay.
Would you rather eat only quick service meals for a week or only snacks without meals? Does that question make sense?
It does. I don't like it, but it makes sense. And I would have to say probably only snacks.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Only snacks feels like because snacks can sometimes be big, they can sometimes be
And they're always very
savory.
shareable.
Not everything at Disney is sweet.
Right.
So, yeah.
And there's more variety in the snack options than there are in the quick service options. I mean, the quick service options, don't get me wrong, they're fantastic, but they tend to run toward that typical theme parky kind of food.
Right.
Like, eventually you're going to get into the chicken fingers and the burgers and the hot dogs and that kind of stuff. Where with snacks, if you hit it during a festival, you really don't know what you're going to get.
Right. Yeah, I would agree. Snacks for
cheeseburger spring rolls are a snack.
That's true. Snacks for the win. Okay, would you rather drink around the world without being able to drink water or eat one item from every country in 3 hours?
Oh. Both of those kind of make me want to vomit. You know that?
Uh-huh.
I would have to go with the food one because it just says eat. It doesn't say eat an entire portion.
Right.
So you could share with complete strangers if you needed to get that done. And you're not putting yourself at risk of alcohol poisoning.
Right. Yeah, drinking around the world
without water.
That's
a
rough.
terrible idea. Please don't.
Right. Okay. Would you rather... Okay. So full disclosure, everyone, AI helped me write this list, and the next two are dumb questions. I'm just putting that out there. So, would you rather have unlimited Mickey pretzels or unlimited Dole Whip for life?
That's maybe not a dumb question.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I love me some Dole Whip. I really do. But there is something about a Mickey pretzel. And you know I'm a savory girl anyway.
Yeah. And if it's shaped like a mouse, it tastes better.
Scientific fact. Great. I'm going to have to go with the pretzel.
Really?
Yep.
I'm going Dole Whip just because there's multiple flavors. There's different ways. It doesn't say one kind of Dole Whip. So I'm assuming it's all the flavors and all the ways. Interesting. I thought that was going to be an easy choice.
Wrong.
Because you're a stand for some Dole Whip.
Well, I am, but again, savory.
Yes. Okay. So would you rather have a free meal at Cinderella's royal table or a drink pairing at Victoria and Albert Chef's table?
That is a dumb question. Victoria and Albert's 100%.
Yeah, we're fancy.
We fancy.
Yeah,
we bougie.
Yeah. Cinderella's Royal Table is something that eventually someday I might want to do, but like I really have no desire. And the only thing holding me back from Victoria and Albert's is how much it costs.
Spoiler alert, we are not going to Cinderella's Royal Table on our upcoming trip, so don't even put that in your head.
Okay. Okay. So segment 3, planning and chaos.
Okay.
This one should be good for you. Would you rather miss your lightning lane time or get soaked without having a poncho?
Oh, Miss Lightning Lane, without question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being wet at the parks, like I've proved to us in December that being wet in the parks is horrible.
Yes, and
I hate it.
Especially like if you're wearing socks and shoes and you don't bring extra socks, and so you're walking around in squishy socks.
Right.
That's a great way for blisters.
Yeah, it's gross.
No. Yeah.
It's gross. Okay. Would you rather be stuck behind vloggers, influencers, or in front of a bubble wand army?
In front of a bubble wand army.
Okay, why?
Because you can get away from them if you can go forward.
True.
Whereas if you are stuck behind a vlogger, no, there's nowhere to go.
Right.
Although you could do some pretty serious photo bombs, I would think.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would probably ruin a few videos being behind the vloggers, whereas like the bubble wand, like the bubbles just drive me insane, and I don't know why.
But you can get away from them.
Yes. But anymore they seem to be everywhere.
Oh, I know.
All the time.
As are vloggers.
That's true. That's true. Would you rather have blurry photos all trip long or a magic band that fails on every ride?
Well, okay, but so here's the thing. The only time that's really a concern on an attraction is if you're going through Lightning Lane.
Right.
We don't do that all that often. So I'm going to go with the failing magic band because I would rather have the memories of the good picture.
Right.
Than a technical glitch.
Right. All of your food pictures can't be blurry.
That's correct.
How do I go back and remember what I ate if they're blurry?
Like, oh, that was so good 3 years later.
Okay. Would you rather... This one's going to be for you. So this one's going to be about embarrassment or just something that you absolutely despise.
Oh, no.
Would you rather show up for your dining reservation a day early or a day late?
A day early.
Why?
You know how much I hate to be late.
Especially a full day late.
Yes. And also, if I show up a day early, then that means that I'm having such a good time, I've lost complete track of time of what day it actually is.
Right.
And we have longer, and I'm using air quotes here, longer vacation because we're actually a day behind where I thought we were.
Right. Good point. Good point. I think I would rather be early because that's easy enough. The only reason I wouldn't say I'd want to be early is if like the reservation was not in the park that I planned on being in the next day. Like if I just screwed up the reservation and now I can't go to a place I really wanted to go to.
Yeah.
But then being a day late, it costs you money.
Right.
So I would rather be a day early and have to deal with the fallout of that and having to rearrange things in the schedule. But yeah, so that one. So Candice, do we have any real life Disney chaos moments?
The only one that I think that pops into my head is the day that we took the water taxi to Epcot and we didn't realize that you couldn't get back to our resort from the buses in the front of the park.
Yes. Tell that story.
So we were staying at Port Orleans, one of those resorts, and we took the water taxi. I think it was Port Orleans, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it the Swan and Dolphin? No, it was the Swan and Dolphin. So we were staying there, and we took the water taxi over to Epcot, went in International Gateway. Fine, no big deal, whatever. Spent the entire day roaming around Epcot, having a fabulous time. like 17 hours later, feet are just dead. It was a little bit drizzly. I was getting a little bit cranky because I was hot. I was tired. It was misting. And it wasn't even rain. It was that annoying rain. We go out under Spaceship Earth and we start looking for where we're supposed to pick up the bus on the bus chart. We're like, where is it? It's not here. And so we went to a cast member. We're like, how do we get back to the Swan and Dolphin? He's like, well, you should have gotten back on the water taxi and the park's closed, so you can't go back through. So we just caught a cab.
Yeah. Back before Airbnb, before Uber and Lyft were a thing.
Yep.
We just had to find our way to a cab.
Yep.
Yeah, that was not fun.
No.
Not a great way to end the day, but yes, that's a good chaos moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're moving into the next segment, which is nostalgia and deep cuts.
Okay.
This one's going to hurt you, just so you know. Would you rather bring back the Maelstrom or the Great Movie Ride?
Oh.
And both is not an option in this game.
But that's what I want. Okay, out of the two, Maelstrom.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because it was in the original desire or meaning of what Epcot was supposed to be.
Right.
And it was so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would probably choose the Great Movie Ride. That attraction was so much fun.
It was fun. But I would think that would be hard to keep updated as frequently as like something that's pretty timeless.
Right. Right. Okay, so Candice, our second question here. Would you rather be best friends with Joe Rohde or ride Carousel of Progress with Walt?
Carousel with the second one.
The riding Carousel of Progress with Walt?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Why would that not be the answer?
It's Joe Rohde.
It's Walter Elias Disney
Yeah.
on the attraction that he came up with for a World's Fair.
So I would choose the same thing, but here's me playing devil's advocate. You have Walt for one 20-minute attraction. You have Joe Rohde forever. You're texting with him daily. You're talking to him about all the things.
Okay, but he's retired now. And I understand that Walt has passed on.
Right.
But I still stand with my answer.
Okay. Yeah, I would do the same. We love what he created so much. It's impossible not to want to say I would love to ride the first attraction.
Like when you play the dinner party game,
Right.
He is always at the top of my list.
Right.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So before we move on to our last segment, Candice, what Disney thing do you miss the most?
Okay, this may be my nostalgia talking a little bit.
Okay.
I miss when it was socially acceptable to not necessarily want to be the first person in line for everything.
That's not a Disney thing, though.
It is for me.
Okay.
Because, and we've talked about this before, with the level of detail and the music and the ground and the landscaping and everything that has gone into those parks, it makes me very, very sad to be there and witness people not paying a bit of attention to any of that and focusing 100% on getting to the next thing and the next thing
Right.
and the next thing and taking a picture while they're in line of themselves going. And that was most lovely face probably ever. I just miss that simpler time, and I also miss going along with that. I miss when you didn't have to have a PhD to plan a Disney vacation.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's not even, it may have just officially closed, but I'm going to tell you what I already miss the most. Muppet Vision 3D.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss that attraction.
Yeah. I would love to see them relocate it someplace.
Yeah.
I really would. Especially with that being the last project that Jim Henson worked on.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much history there.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, that's very much like the Carousel of Progress. Like, I talked about this in one of my deep dive episodes where it's like, let's just let history be history.
Mm-hmm.
Some things can stay the same and be museum-esque, and that's okay. But I think there's so many fans out there that are like, oh, it's old and outdated. I don't want that anymore. And that just makes me sad. Because people say that about Carousel of Progress. They say it about Muppet Vision 3D. Like, there's lots of Spaceship Earth. There's lots of things that, like, no, let this be the museum piece that it is.
Right.
Everything else can change all around it, but let true Disney be true Disney.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. The last official segment here has just a couple of would you rathers in it.
Okay.
So, and we're calling this category the absurd and silly.
Oh, all right.
Okay. So the idea here is to just let loose and laugh at yourself a little bit.
Okay.
Would you rather only wear ponchos or mouse ears daily?
Mouse ears.
Okay, tell me why.
Wait, like only?
Yeah.
Like naked everywhere else?
That's what the question says, would you rather only wear ponchos or mouse ears daily? You take that to be what you want it to be.
Well, I'm not going naked to anywhere, so...
I don't even get naked for the shower.
We don't need to have this discussion right now. I'm still going to go with mouse ears because fully clothed in mouse ears in Disney parks is much more comfortable, even though mouse ears hurt my head 90% of the time, than rain poncho is for 5 minutes.
Yes.
They're sweaty, they're hot, they're practical, and I love them if we need them. But
to wear
if I could only wear that,
time,
no.
Right. Yeah, no, that would not be fun. I agree. Mouse ears for the win. Okay. Yep. Would you rather ride every attraction backwards or only speak in Disney quotes to cast members?
Oh, Disney quotes to cast members, 100%.
Tell me why.
Because some of the attractions backwards wouldn't make any sense.
That's what would be fun about it, in my opinion. And I would choose that.
And quite honestly, I don't know logistically and physically how that would work.
That's why it's silly and absurd.
Okay. I still think the other one.
Because I would have trouble coming up with quotes to communicate what I might need from a cast member. Because I'm not just randomly walking up to cast members and talking. Shouting Disney quotes at them. So, where's the nearest bathroom? What Disney quote do you use? Like, you have to think about that.
It's a language.
It is.
Much like Dothraki.
Right.
Takes study and close attention. But I'm sure we could come up with something.
Yes. Come up with our own English to Disney dictionary.
Oh. TM.
Yes. I think it would be hella fun to ride all the attractions backwards.
I think I'd get nauseous.
Can you, like, the first one that popped into my head was starting at the what is now of both Carousel of Progress and Spaceship Earth and watching time reverse backwards.
Okay.
It would be fun. Like, some of the roller coasters might be a little strange, but like Rock and Roller Coaster, you start at the venue and you go back and have to walk out through the
that
queue.
Hurts my back thinking about it. Yeah. That launch.
Yeah. Coming to that sudden of a stop. That's
That's a good way to get hurt.
Yeah. I think attractions backwards would still be my choice, though. That would be fun.
Okay. You do you.
Yeah. Okay. So would you rather have a churro appear every time someone complained that you have to eat, or have a turkey leg appear every time someone cuts in line?
Okay, well, both items would be frightfully wasteful. And there would be no way I could eat all of either one ever. I'm going to go with the churros.
Yeah, I agree. They're a little lighter, and cutting in line is becoming like a real problem.
Yeah.
Like, just standing in line, the number of people that just walk by is too damn high.
Yes.
And I'm too much of a wimp to just throw my shoulder out and say, nope,
Not today.
thou shalt not pass. My family's up there. I don't care. They can come back to you.
Are they? Which ones?
Yeah.
I'd love to meet them. Take me with you.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. So those were our segments. So, Candice, what was your favorite question of the episode?
I think the one that surprised me the most with my answer, and I know that's weird that I'm surprising myself, but it is what it is, was the one about the pretzel and the Dole Whip.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think the drinking around the world or eating from every country.
That was a good one too.
That one kind of made me go, oh, I'm a drinker, so I could probably do that.
But not without water.
Depends on time of year. In December, that's probably easier than it is in August.
And there's not a time limit on that one, is there?
No.
Okay, so you could space that out over a day and be okay. My concern is still, you gotta hydrate.
Yeah.
Because you want to remember all the drinks that you have and not just have blurry pictures of you falling into the lagoon.
Yep. Very true. Very true. Okay, so we're going to wrap this one up here. So, folks, let it come out to our Instagram, our Facebook. Let us know, how did you answer these? Pick your favorite and tell us how you answered it for sure. And the other thing we'd love for you to do is come out to our socials and give us part 2 questions. Let's not let ChatGPT run our lives. Let's have you tell us would you rather questions. So just come out, post in the comments on either Facebook or Instagram, and ask us, would you rather? We're going to do one more closing question. This is how we're going to do it before we do our official outro.
Okay.
Would you rather never go to Disney again or only go with people you don't like? I'll go first while you think about it.
Okay.
I would rather not go.
I think I'm there
Because
too.
I have the memories, I have all of the things. I would rather be like, nope, my last trip was magical enough. I'm done. I'm not gonna go with people I hate.
But can we not go?
Just think about somebody you absolutely dislike and you have to go spend a week in Disney with them.
Okay, I agree.
Just think back on all the trips you've had and all of the beauty that's been there.
Yep.
Instead of all of a sudden you
This is now
associate it with
punishment,
someone you
so I
don't
hate
like.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks everybody for tuning in. As always, we love having you as listeners. Come out, join us for the conversation on social media. If you want to support the podcast, we're on Patreon. You're welcome to subscribe there. The more subscribers we get, the more we'll be able to beef up and do more things out there as well for subscribers. But remember, there is always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
And we'll see you real soon.